Two candidates are facing off in California's 49th congressional district race. Republican Brian Maryott is looking to replace incumbent Democrat Mike Levin. The district covers the northern coastal areas of San Diego County, including Oceanside, Carlsbad Vista, and a small portion of southern Orange County. Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton is also in that district.
The Republican in the race, you see there, Brian Maryott, is currently the mayor of San Juan Capistrano. He says he's worked his way from washing dishes to managing hundreds of employees and billions of dollars in client assets.
He is really the American dream, right? So he's joining us now to talk about his campaign. Brian, what did you see? Thank you for joining us, first of all.
Good evening, and to your viewers.
What did you see going on that made you think, okay, I need to jump into this. I need to get into a bigger position here?
Sure. Well, back in 2016, when I first ran for city council in San Juan Capistrano, what I saw was a lot of dysfunction at every level of government. And sadly, that hasn't changed. At the municipal level, the state level, and the federal level, we're just seeing folks go to the capitals and work harder to be political celebrities and be provocative than to work on the issues of the day. That was my motivation in 2016, and it's my motivation today.
What are some of the issues that you're most passionate about?
Healthcare,
Yep.
the economy, immigration, and more broadly in the role of Congress foreign policy. But healthcare right now in our country, I think in America, has the opportunity to be the envy of the world. And we're just not doing it. We're so hamstrung by the Affordable Care Act. We have done anything but make it more affordable for people. But the alternative that in particular the hard left, Mike Levin and the Progressive Caucus is pushing isn't really Medicare for all, it's government-run health care for all. And I will tell you, as a father of 3 children and a concerned citizen, that does not excite me at all. If we let the government take the keys of our healthcare system, we'll never look back from that. We can be the envy of the world with a highly competitive system and a government silo to take care of people the right way so nobody's falling through the cracks. We need permanency with regard to families' ability to plan in the economy, know their tax rates 2 or 3 years from now. For years, I worked with families and business owners in my financial services career, and I worked with them on the predictability of the American dream. And so much of that has to do with their take-home pay, their ability to save, get their kids off to college without being overwhelmed by debt. Those are all issues I want to immerse myself in.
And so talk to us a little bit about your feeling, your stance on the border and immigration issues. It's going to be a big one in D.C. coming up.
It is, but the biggest part of it is really the dysfunction. I mean, we just need to put politics aside with this issue, get to the conference table, collaborate and compromise. The thoughtful wings, if you will, of both major parties are not really that far apart on the issue. Unfortunately, the hard left, the Progressive Caucus, and yes, my opponent Mike Levin, really want open borders. You see it in their rhetoric, you see it in their actions and their proposals. They want a European system that I don't believe our country could sustain. We just have too much to offer here.
This was a Republican seat. It recently flipped to Democrat with Mike Levin. What do you do to get it back to on the Republican side?
We work hard. We're scheduling 15-hour days. We're blessed to have cleared the Republican field, so it's a 2-person race at this point. We're being very well received from Del Mar to Dana Point. We're just working so hard. We've raised over $1 million. We continue to raise money every day, and we're going to put the issues out front and center. I really believe that last year there wasn't a good discussion about the issues. Mike ultimately ran as a moderate, and he's not a moderate, and I think by his own admission, but I'll let him speak for himself. And it's just not what our district represents. Government-run health care, fully socialized medicine, economic plans wrapped up as environmentalism and the Green New Deal that he co-sponsored that is really turning our economy upside down in the name of the environment, but is really all about remaking our economy in a way that could really threaten the livelihoods and even some stakes that are life and death for our residents.
What are you hearing from constituents? I'm sure you're knocking on doors, meeting a lot of people, shaking a lot of hands. Are you hearing, is your message being well received, or is it the message of Mike Levin and the left?
You know, it's people are disappointed, I think, truly disappointed that Mike is not who they thought he might be on the issues. But more broadly, I think people just want to see collaboration and compromise. They are really tired of the partisanship, the hyper-partisanship. My goal is to go to Washington, D.C., put that aside. Campaigning is one thing. It's going to get a little heated. But when the bell rings, we need to get to the table and get the work done for the American people and for residents of these communities in the 49th.
Brian Maryott, running for the 49th Congressional District. Thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you both.
Sharing your views.
Thank you,
nice
Brian.
to be with you.